Hi, my name is KC Lau. I'm a Malaysian financial educator, author, and trainer. Today, I will offer rapid answers to 18 finance related questions that many have asked me at one point or another. Many thanks to AIA for sponsoring this video to help more Malaysians cultivate healthy financial habits. Well, personally, I started off with Rich Dad Poor Dad, written by Robert Kiyosaki. I find that the book is easy to read, contains many insightful and educational stories, and it definitely changed my thoughts about money. Next, I will recommend my own book, Money Smart. This is because it is a decades-long compilation of financial wisdom that I learned along the way in my quest to become financially independent, and it is especially relevant in the Malaysian context. And finally, I would like you all to check out this book called The Psychology of Money, written by Morgan Housel. Unlike other financial books out there, this book talks about the emotional and psychological factors that impact how we choose to save and invest our money. So there you go. My top 3 books are as follow: Rich Dad Poor Dad, Money Smart, and The Psychology of Money. Well, it is the same with our physical health. We can assess our physical health by doing health checks such as blood profile test, urine test, and blood pressure tests. As long as the health readings are well under control, we are considered healthy. Now, when it comes to finances, what I personally do on a regular basis is to work on my cash flow statement and my net worth statement. In short, a cash flow statement will show how much we make, spend, and keep during a period of time, usually on a monthly basis. A net worth statement shows how much you have, owe, and the net worth at a certain date. I used to do it every month during the early years. After many years of practice, it has become a second nature to me that I only examine it once a year. If my personal net worth has increased over time, I would say that I had done a good job in managing my finances. I believe there is no straightforward answer to this question. It all depends on your commitments, financial status, and life goals. I found a simple tool that could help you understand your coverage needs and whether your protection coverage is sufficient. You can get started by doing the Financial Health Check by AIA. Just click the link provided below. This is easy, and the answer is being frugal. It means don't spend more than I can afford. I did not come from a wealthy family. My father worked as a lumberjack worker, but yet he managed to feed his family of 6, provide the best possible education for his children, and even had savings for his retirement. I find this to be highly admirable. I would say that my wife and I have leveraged each other's strengths in managing our finances. For example, my wife is a corporate executive who earns a steady income. As such, she adds income stability to our finances. But her job is demanding and she has little time to study about finance and investment. So I can contribute in this area because I'm more flexible with my schedule and I actually have the passion for this. After all, studying about financial and investment matter is part of my job scope as a financial educator. In short, it is about leveraging each other's strengths and learning what works for you and your spouse. I would say that the number 1 money lesson that I would like my son to learn is to invest in himself continuously. This is about having a mindset of continuous learning, not just in finances, but also in other aspects in life such as health and relationships. One should not aim to just be rich in finances only. Rather, one should strike a balance and prosper in all areas of life. In my opinion, if my son does well in finances, health, and relationships, I'll say that I've done well as his father. Be an educated customer who knows how to ask the right questions. So, education on life insurance matters is very helpful. I think having an experienced insurance agent who can advise you on life insurance matters is one that is to be cherished. But before you meet up with an agent, you can easily do some research on the company's life insurance products. For example, for AIA, you could check out some brief details on their products via its official website. As I speak, you can actually check on the link presented in the description. By doing this, you will have a very fruitful conversation with your agent because you will have a brief idea of what to ask by then. The answer is simple. Take small steps, such as setting aside a fixed sum monthly for savings and investment. Don't underestimate the effects of compounding interest. On the work front, I would say one's communication and negotiation skills play a big role in income growth. So if you're an employee, you can learn how to demonstrate the value of your work to your boss so that he sees you as an asset rather than as a cost. For example, you could initiate conversations to set the expectation for the next few quarters and prove your worth by delivering the results. You will then have more leverage during salary review and be more likely to get a promotion. Now, if you are into sales or business, think of how to create or add value to your customers. Good clients don't always prefer the lowest price. Other value-added services and items can differentiate you from other competitors. So rather than thinking about your income growth, consider first how it is possible for you to create, add, and demonstrate your value better to your bosses and your clients. More values means more money. One more thing, don't just fix your mind only on increasing income. Wealth protection is important too. You cannot implement your action plan when an accident or illness holds you back. Use life insurance to protect against risks that we cannot afford to bear. For a start, let me say this. Nobody ever feels like they need life insurance. But the problem is, when you need life insurance, you cannot buy it. You cannot buy fire insurance after your house has been burned down. You can only buy fire insurance when your house is perfectly intact. Likewise, there's no point in getting a medical card after you have been diagnosed with a serious illness and you need surgery. So therefore, I believe it is prudent to have adequate life and medical insurance coverage so that in the event of an emergency, you and your family are financially well prepared for it. This is one of the ways that you can protect your wealth. Number 1, Taipei. The people here are warm and hospitable. You can enjoy the ocean, mountains, rivers, and countless night markets all within a 30-kilometer radius. Number 2, Bangkok. That is because I'm a fan of Thai food and Thai massage. You can get good ones at affordable prices. Number 3, Tropical Island. This may include Pulau Redang, Sipadan Island, Langkawi, and so on and so forth. We have many beautiful islands in our country, so why not just pick one of our tropical islands to visit on your next trip? I would prefer to buy a house for investment over buying a car. This is because, firstly, I could earn rental income from my property. This is useful as it could offset the interest cost on my property's mortgage. So instead of me paying the interest, my tenants is the one paying for it. Secondly, the value of a good property generally appreciates over time, and the amount of such appreciation could be as much as the price of a car. In many cases, a good property could buy you a car. But if you buy a car first, you will have less disposable income, which makes it harder for you to invest in a property. So the verdict, I would pick a property over a car. I would pick the one that makes the most financial sense. Let me give you an example. So back in 2018, my family migrated to Portland in the United States. I compared the property prices and the rental yield in Portland and found that it made more sense to buy the property for my own stay. So we bought a house within the first 30 days and resided in it for almost 3 years. Then in 2021, my family migrated to Taipei, Taiwan. Before I left, I managed to rent out my house in Portland, and today I'm earning a gross rental yield of 6% per annum from this property. But the situation is very different in Taipei. I've learned that it makes little sense to buy a property in the city as its rental yield is very low. Renting is more practical as it is more economical. So now I live in a rented apartment with my family in Taipei. So all in all, my decision is based on what is most sensible financially. I will pick proximity as my top factor when purchasing a property for my own stay. This includes the accessibility to my son's school, my wife's workplace, the nearest supermarket, pharmacy, and health-related amenities, sports amenities such as a park, a lake, and a basketball court. So as long as the property is closely located to most of these places, we will all save a lot of traveling time. Time is money. Well, for me, it is entrepreneurship. This is because I value the freedom to choose my work, the people that I like to work with, where I work, and what time and how much am I getting paid for my work. So I feel that entrepreneurship is more suited for me. I'm an advocate for work-life balance. I exercise in the morning, eat well, and sleep well. I'm glad to learn that AIA also wants to help their customers to live healthier and better through AIA Vitality, a health and wellness program which rewards users for making healthy choices every day. Some of these rewards include extra benefits on selected insurance and Takafu plans, discounts on gym membership and fitness devices, discount on healthy food products from Jaya Grocer, and so much more. If you're an AIA customer, all you need to do is just click on the Join Now button as shown on the screen. As a financial educator, it is absolutely a yes from me. I believe personal finance should be taught in schools. Think about it, how many young people today have excessive credit card debts, inability to save money for a down payment for a house, lost money from making bad or unwise investments, and so on and so forth. Recently, I read a news article that pointed out that in Malaysia, we have over 280,000 young people who filed for bankruptcy as a result of debt issues. This is alarming, and I believe we as a nation can lower such figures if we start prioritizing financial education in our school syllabus. That will be over 10% per annum for the long term. I believe this is achievable if I invest in good assets, be it stocks or properties. The main factor here is their fundamentals. So my job as an investor is not so much to chase for returns, but to improve on the fundamental qualities of my investment portfolio. If I do my job right, I should get over 10% per annum in ROI. You don't have to be a maths wizard to be good in finances. What you need is a basic understanding of maths and good EQ to do well in finances and investments. Finally, that is it. I've answered 18 personal finance questions. I hope that you all have benefited from my answers to these questions. Here, I would like to say thank you to AIA once again, and for those of you who would like to protect and grow your finances, please check out the Total Wealth Solution by AIA from the link below. You can also check out the financial tips and wealth hacks from Wow Lao Bro on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. With that, thanks for listening. My name is Casey Lau. Be smarter with money. Goodbye.